All right. Good evening, everybody. How are we tonight? Another night, another stream, another William build. Gonna have a lot of those coming up, so looking forward to that. But welcome. Awesome. Gnarly with the tier 1 sub, subscribed for 14 months, currently on a 13-month streak. Says, why couldn't I have picked a nice normal hobby instead? I don't know, man. That's to be determined, but that's why we're here, right? Because we enjoy this stuff. I see my buddy, my longtime college buddy, Keith is in the chat. Michelle, excuse me, I say Michelle. He is here. That's exciting. If y'all remember, I built the Keychron. We desoldered it and struggled mightily, and then rebuilt it for him. That's my boy Keith. I see Rage is here. He says, "Yo, yo, yo." What's going on, Rage? How are you? It has been a good day for the most part. It's been a good day. Plus or minus a few things, but yeah. Keith says it still works, the Keychron. That's awesome. It should, I would hope, but he says my daily driver. That's awesome, man. I'm so happy. That build actually did turn out pretty well. I'm pretty stoked with that, and the way it turned out made me very happy, honestly. It's a nice, quiet build. If I recall correctly, it's got wireless capabilities too, which is always great for MacBooks and Apple environments, which I'm learning. I'm patiently waiting on Pearl round 2, like everybody else, so that I can use that with my work computer. I've been swapping around a couple of things with work, with my work PC and stuff, so yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. For those of you that were here last week, apologies, I did not stream on Thursday like I said I would. I ended up taking a quick trip to see my sister up in Raleigh, like on a whim. Like, we were planning on eventually getting up there, and then we were like, oh, we're not gonna have time, we need to go do this. So we decided Wednesday that we were gonna leave Friday morning nice and early. Sorry. And so we did that, and I just didn't have time to stream Thursday night, just packing real fast for a long weekend. For those of you in the East Coast, Atlanta to Raleigh is like 6 hours. So we wanted to get up super early, like 5 a.m. and go. So yeah, that took over everything, which was funny because as a dad, I planned everything to make it easy for my daughter, because we wanted to leave early so that hopefully we could wake her up and then she would still be sleeping in the car. Like, the goal was to get her in the car seat, already be packed, ready to go. We leave and she falls back asleep. Like, that was the goal. And we did everything right. Like, we had packed in the evening, and then I set everything up at the door. So in the morning, we got up at 4:30. My wife and I got everything, put everything in the car. We were ready to go. I turned the car on because it's cold out. I turned the car on to get it hot. And the last thing I did was go upstairs, get my daughter, change her into a pull-up for the car ride just in case she fell asleep, and get her downstairs. So I've got her, I picked her up in my arms, I got her blanket. She's still in her PJs. She's barely awake. I get her in the car, and we start driving, and I'm looking in. I've got like my wife's got like a mirror up that sits up on the windshield via suction cup, so you can see back to her. And she's forward facing, so I can see her in the mirror, but I look and she's like awake. And I'm like, all right. So we get on the highway. It's like a 20-minute drive to the highway. We get on the highway. I've got the music on nice and low, just enough to like have some background noise, but nothing like loud. And like 5:45 in the morning rolls around, and I hear from the back seat, she says, "Daddy, I want crawling or numb." And I'm like, it is too early for Linkin Park. We can't be playing Linkin Park at 5:45 in the morning. And she goes, "Dang, I want crawling." So I played crawling at 5:45 in the morning on the way up to Raleigh. So she didn't sleep. She actually did really well. I was actually really impressed. We only had to stop 3 times. But we played the entire Linkin Park catalog. I swear to God, we went through the entire catalog. That's what she wanted. Okay, sure. Super easy drive. Good time seeing my sister. Her child is 8 weeks old, so little itty bitty baby. Rage, fuck your plans, kids. Yeah, it's basically how it feels, man. I know you have to put your kid to bed usually in the middle of the stream, so yeah, that's basically how I felt. We had a great weekend. Saw my sister, hung out, got a chance to just spend a little bit of quality time with my wife, and by that I mean like we snuck out to go to Wegmans. I have never been to Wegmans before. Like, I know it's just a grocery store, but like never been. And so my sister was like, yeah, there's one like 15 minutes away. You should go if you haven't gone. Just be prepared. It's like a Whole Foods. Like, you're going to spend money. And I'm like, okay, we're not going to get much. Like, I don't know. I think we walked out of there for like $120 or something like that. Like, we just got all these different types of foods to try and cookies. And like, I got sushi and my wife got like this nice salad. And like, oh my God, it was insane. It was so insane. So yeah, that was my quality time. And then we left Sunday. Like, it was a quick turnaround. But Wegmans was cool. It was very expensive, but it reminded me of like a better Whole Foods. And I know that's like sacrilegious for a lot of people, but like, that's the way I saw it. Better Whole Foods. Rage says it is tradition to do the kid at bed during the stream. It's all good. All good. Gnarly says, my kiddo went to bed at 6 p.m. tonight. I fully expect to be up and getting ready to start my day at like 2 a.m. Yeah, it's always weird when they go to bed super early and then they're up, right? Like, it's so weird. Although my daughter's been sleeping for a long time now. Like, she usually goes to bed about 8:30, 8:45, and then she'll sleep until 8 in the morning. So we get that 12-hour schedule now. But that'll all change in March when my second one gets here and our sleep schedule's gonna get all jacked up, and I'm ready. I guess I'm ready to do it all over again, so that'll be fun. But mid-March. So those of you that don't know, I think I tagged a few people. March 4th, pending me not having a new baby by then. March 4th, we will have the meetup in South Carolina again, in Greenville. So if you are interested, please like ping me. There's a whole Carolina Mix server that I can send to you guys. Just, yeah, come hang out. It should be a lot of fun. It always is. I hope Rage is there. I'll be bringing all my boards, of course, for sure. So, Keith says, Godspeed. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. And Gnarly says, I'm there with you. My second is coming in March, too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, you just power through it, right? You just got to power through it. So, I think Big Dan is going to come with me, by the way, to the meetup. I think he had said he wanted to come. That's a day trip for us. It's 2 hours, so up and then back. I'm looking forward to that. I'll bring all the boards again, like I did last time, and maybe just take over that center table again, all 40s. But it'll be fun. It'll be pretty cool. For those of you here last week, though, I did the like sacrilegious thing, and I put tape on this PCB, and I put some foam in here. And it sounds awesome. It sounds so much better. I must say that. This is the way I wanted it to sound. And I'm super happy with the garbage truck right now. Like miles better than it was previously. So super pleased with how it turned out. And I've been using it at work some of this week. I think today I pulled out the Vault 45 though. I just felt like pulling that out, but much happier than what I was with it previously. So hopefully that helps for future builds for you guys if you go Palm. Sometimes I hate to say it, but that tape mod works, and so does the foam, and it just kind of packs that empty space a little bit better. And this board sounds amazing, so I'm definitely going to keep this for a long time. Tenor is here. What's up, Tenor? What's going on, man? How are you? I don't know why I plugged that back in. I actually should unplug it and probably move it out of the way. If you notice, new desk mat today. Arrived literally today. We got the rubber hose desk mat. This thing is mint, super clean, super ready. So today I'm actually going to be smart when we solder. We're going to put down the silicone mat so I don't mess it up. And because I'm dealing with Millmax sockets, I don't want to lose any. This makes it really easy to keep them in order and all that fun stuff. So really looking forward to tonight's build. We're doing THE40 from LazyDesigners, Jackie. We're going to hot swap this with Millmax sockets. Should be a good time. I'm not going to do a stabilizer tonight. I know William's in here. I'm gonna let you do the stabilizer, or I can always tune them at a later date for you and send them off to you. But I'm just, for like the sake of effort and time, I'm just gonna Millmax and get the whole PCB hot swapped for you. So we should be good there. But yeah, I'm excited, and we'll put KTT pines. I think these are pines. They're super smooth. They sound good. They have to be pines. Doesn't say what they are. But we'll put those in here just for tonight, just because they'll be hot swapped. So that should be a lot of fun, and it should sound awesome, hopefully. No big space bar, though. We won't do that. All right, let's pull this package over. This is the box it came in. Secondly, speaking of LazyDesigners, I ordered, along with Big Dan, we ordered 2 bolts from him, the aluminum bolts, which is the Alice layout. And we'll build those on stream when we get those. I got purple. I think he got E-white, maybe? Something like that. But I'm super excited about that. We managed, like, he had mentioned it to me. We went and had ramen lunch, like, a couple weeks ago. He was like, I really want, like, an Alice style. And I was like, I think the bolt's still available. And he convinced me to get one. So I'll have an Alice style board again, which is exciting. But I'm going to get the bolt. I went purple with the rainbow weight, the PVD finished weight. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Got to pick switches to put into there and go through the whole process again. But that should be pretty awesome. So yeah. I love that this case, the package comes with like a lube station. And like this foam lube station is somehow better than like my 3D printed one because it holds the springs and the stems. For being cheap foam, it's pretty good. All right, Keith, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'll catch you later. We'll chat later for sure. Have a good night, homie. But like for being foam, it's kind of nice. I might keep this. Just saying, William, I might keep this. Got a lot of stickers. I'm sure I'll get some stickers like this when we get Bolt too, which is exciting. But this case, this thing is so nice. I don't think there's anything else in here. There's not. This case is so nice. Put that over there. The color is so good, like this dark gray blue. And for being just aluminum with like no brass, no nothing, it's so heavy. It's got good heft to it. I think it's because it's thick. It's pretty thick up here. That's what she said. But super nice build. And like I said, I'm looking forward to doing this one tonight. I have not had a chance to build or own any of Jackie's boards, and I've heard really good things. So I hope that continues with that. And then we'll figure out what key set I have we can just throw on here tonight. Maybe a GMK set. Can always do paperwork. I have paperwork. We may do paperwork. So Rage says down with the thickness. Yeah, exactly. Well, this screw was coming out. I didn't see that. You gotta be careful. All right, let's see what. I feel like all 4 of these are the same size, and they are the right one. These 4 are literally. I don't know how many of these Allen head keys I don't know how many of these I have, but I have a lot. Yes, the right size. This is an M3 screw, so not an M2, M3. I like M3 for the cases themselves. I like having a thicker, speaking of thick, a thicker screw with a better thread, just for holding. Like I feel like M2 can do the job, but it's just they're small, and I feel like there's some risk there with that. So. All right, this ano is very nice too. Like I didn't even talk about it. Like the ano is very nice on here. Very smooth. It doesn't feel like rough like some boards do. Oh, okay. Oh, this must have been just to protect the case. So we got a little bit of foam in here. I'll set that to the side. Very simple design. I think that's what I like about like Jackie's stuff. Like no wonder this is heavy too. This is just thick. It's just a solid block of aluminum, but I love the simplicity of the design, and the little angles coming in right here on the side. So when you're, when you have it on the side, these go in a little bit, which is really nice. And just a simple channel right in here. Like from a manufacturing standpoint, this has to be very easy to make, like very easy. And that's probably why his boards are genuinely pretty affordable. I think the bolt was like $305 shipped or something like that. Granted, it doesn't include anything else, but it was relatively inexpensive. Alright, let's see what size we have over here. Nice, I am 2 for 2 tonight. Let's go. Okay, these are tiny little M2s. And then I think we're back to like the M3s for the actual plate. I didn't test the PCB yet. I probably should. Let's just see if it recognizes when I plug in. Yeah, it recognizes it, so that's good. Just waiting for it to tell me like the is now set up, which I might not get. I might not get that. I wish there was an LED to like tell me it was on. I heard it obviously. There we go. It's ready to go. Okay, cool. And I assume this just sits in like that. Yep. And then plate foam. So obviously to help kind of dampen and mute the sound a little bit. And then the plate itself is the same aluminum, same material. So let's get this out. It's funny from the top too, like let me show this before I continue on. It almost looks like it's integrated. Like it almost, because it's flush up with the top case, it almost looks like an integrated plate. So I'll be interested to see how this sounds once we put it together and put switches in and keycaps and all that fun stuff. Hopefully I won't take forever with the Millmax sockets. I feel like I can move decently quick. Reimer's here. What's up, Reimer? Hey! My #1 fan. Oh, I got someone pinging. I'm surprised I'm hearing... Oh, because I'm hearing it from my work computer. Okay. It's Control-Os-Delete. He got an embrace. I think he was programming it tonight or something like that. He said, "Never mind, I'm dumb." Something happened. I don't know. Maybe he hit his turn off the LEDs, the keystroke for that. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. There we go. Yep. Simple. It's actually bent ever so slightly. Simple aluminum plate, anodized in the same color. Super nice. Like I said, I think this will be a fun build. I really do. And then, honestly, like, this top case is super simple. Like, when you think of it from, like, a machining perspective, just around, and then the channel around, and then, like, the bottom piece. And, like, I like the chamfered edge here. I mean, this is nice. Like, this is a nice piece, and... I'm surprised this didn't get more love when it came out, like, if I'm honest. But again, nice board. All right, let me see what we're dealing with down here. So we will need the, call them the bitch Millmax sockets. We'll need a couple of the small ones here. 1, 2. We'll do the same on these two. Those, I can't remember which number they are, but the ones that are a real pain in the ass, I don't like them. And the stabs will go here. So we'll only need 2 sets. Everything else can be these little guys what I'm talking about. Everything else can be the, whatchamacallit. These are 7305s. Everything else can be the 0305s, not the 3305s. The 3305s, if I recall, are the expensive ones because they're small and short. Or they're, excuse me, they're a little bit longer, but they're still, like, super small. And if I recall, like, those are the expensive ones. So we only need 4 of these tonight to get started. We'll put this away and save these. I got these, William, for you for all the ones near the stabilizers so that they sit nice and low when you want to go that route. And then all these are going to be for the other keys that don't require, like, a height clearance or anything like that. Just like I did for your Vault 35s. Kind of the same thing. Get some switches out. quite a few. I don't know how many we're gonna need, so just pour the whole lot out. I don't care. Yeah, these sound, I mean, can't really hear anything, but they're super smooth. I don't know if these are modded or not, but they are nice. There we go. So, quick side note, because I wanted to talk about this. Oh, that goes right in. Oh, these are good. We're not going to struggle at all. Tonight might be a quick stream. I don't know. This might be a quick stream tonight. That was way easy. I don't want to jinx myself, but that was super easy. From a upcoming, what's coming with Hedgie stream perspective, I'm going to throw out there to you guys. So I get that in. Awesome. Let's see how these fit in. We've got more Williams builds. We've got the Bolt. I'm going to rebuild my MB44. So there's 2 MB44s for William, too. So, yeah, famous last words. That's right. Right, Dinner. Yeah, see, these should fit right in. Okay. The other things that are coming, I told you I'm going to do something that no other keyboard streamer has done. I got good news in that regard today. So even if it's after the baby in March, it's still going to happen. So I'm just going to say now, like, start preparing yourselves. Oh, this barely doesn't fit. That's actually kind of funny. All right, so what we're going to do, these hold when they're in there? Nice. They don't go anywhere. Okay. And from a insert standpoint, that's not bad. Okay. Sorry. Got sidetracked. From a be ready standpoint, I will give you guys fair warning. Of when that stream is coming, you'll start seeing some awesome things. So I'm really looking forward to this. Like I said, I got very good news today. Super excited. And I hope that you guys can be a part of that stream when I get to there. I know it's like really, like, what is Hedgie talking about? But like, trust me on this. Like, it's going to be awesome. And I'm really, really excited about it. From an insert standpoint, it's not that bad. That's what she said. Yeah, I need to get like an emoji or like channel points to be able to use that, right? Like, you can just put that in the channel. That's what we need for sure. These should, I'm assuming these will fit next to each other relatively easily. They should, yeah. We shouldn't have an issue there. Okay. Oop, bent pin. Oh, it's the right pin. If it's holding down the right pins. Let me zoom in, by the way. I'm sorry. These right pins, they're the thick ones. They're a real pain in the ass to bend back. The left ones are always easy. Okay. There we go. I hope everybody had a nice week, by the way. Like I said, I didn't mean to not stream, but the trip to Raleigh kind of took over from that point of view. But I meant to do, we'll do the MB44s. I don't want to commit to Thursday yet because I may have some other stuff coming up, but we'll do the MB44s very soon. Sabi-Sab? What is that USB port? USB-C. But it's definitely stretched out to fit the case. It fits the bottom case. Let me see here. Got the bottom case here so that it can extend out. A little unique, right? A little different than maybe some other boards. Man, I just realized, William, this thing doesn't have any feet. I just realized that. There's no rubber feet on this. That's kind of unique, I guess. Not something you see every day. Very strange. Okay. Was that a mistake for not having feet? I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to ask Jackie. He's got a pretty active Discord too. I know there's a couple of boards that he and some others are working on that I'm interested in. The Seraphim is one of them. I think there's a couple others too. I bought it secondhand, so I don't know how it originally shipped. Okay, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying, like, it's so weird, right? Like, there's no feet for it, but whatever, all good. Speaking of upcoming boards, it's Lazy Design as advertised, says Rage. Yeah, if you are hanging out in the Mech Vault channel in 40s, the announcement from Kane was basically, this month is the Vault 35, next month is the Curio, and then Oracle, and then like another, like, he's got everything in a timeline. I'm going to be spending a lot of money with Kane, and in a good way. Like, I am stoked for Oracle. I have a Curio. I still use it occasionally. I'll probably pick up a second one, just because I want to do a different build with it. But from a designer who's got his stuff down, I am so stoked. I really am. And for him to be running multiple projects back to back to back monthly is sick. And I hope everybody, if you get a chance to support him, you do. I love my Vault 35. I still got to get an aluminum one. I haven't purchased an aluminum one yet, so I still got to do that. I might sell my acrylic one. I'm not sure, but I got to get an aluminum one. And then I'm definitely in for Oracle. Oracle's basically Vault 35 plus additional keys up top, so I can game with it, which is exciting. So yeah. Sabi Sab says, support who? I love someone link Sabi to Mech Vault, please. That would be super helpful. You can post links in my channel. So the good news, Tenor, is I think that most of his stuff is decently affordable. I think the raw aluminum with PCB for the Vault 35 was like $165. It's not bad. It's really a decent deal. And I'm gonna get raw aluminum and I'll get it Cerakoted, something cool. But either way, like, his stuff is not overly expensive, which is great. I say that as, you know, we're trying to sell the last Embrace extras. I've got 5 left. Sorry, my hands are on the camera. I've got 5 Embrace extras left. They're boxed, ready to go. Someone bought one last night at 11:30 or so in the evening. I immediately printed a packing slip and a shipping label, and I sent that out this morning via USPS. So if you are buying them, they are ready to go. They're literally boxed up and ready. So I'm happy to send those out. Rage says, so many cane boards, can't decide if I want to go outside my comfort zone with a sub 40 or stick to something full size. Would that be like the Fossil, sir? Is that what you're alluding to? I really think you should give sub 40 a try. I think if you can handle 40s, believe it or not, the 11U is like super, super comfortable and easy, especially if you do combos in QMK. Like, I had to do some work Friday, so I brought my Vault 35 with me up to Raleigh, and I pulled it out, and my sister was like, how? And I showed her, and she's like, that's cool, not for me. She's like, but that's cool. So super, super easy. William says, if any remain at the end of the month, I might buy Embrace. All right, man. Don't feel like you have to. Don't burn yourself out either. I know you've been around the hobby a long time, and I know that you went through a kind of get rid of all your stuff phase, and now you're kind of coming back full swing. So don't burn yourself out. Don't feel like you have to buy one. Look, they are pricey. That was kind of the deal with them, and I recognize that. Evan still recognizes that, but we've got the extras. So, shit, Reimer, I didn't know you were in. I didn't know you were in Raleigh. We were officially in Cary, for the record. We were in Cary, but I didn't know you were in Raleigh for some reason. I'm sorry, homie. I should have said something. My bad. MKBs don't do it. People are what burn me out. Oh man, dude, people burn me the hell out all the time. I'm with you on that one. Reimer says he loves his Embrace. I do know that. I've seen his pictures. Looks good with the with PBT Fans Neon and the crosshair add-ons, the translucent red. They look awesome. All good. I'm over in Chapel Hill. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I didn't know. We were just kind of going through and seeing my sister and getting back. Like, it was a pretty quick trip, honestly. Tenor says Embrace hasn't left my desk yet. Wow, that's high praise. I hope Evan sees these streams sometimes. No, Evan said he was going to bed early tonight, but I hope he sees some of these streams because he needs to know about the praise that he's getting for this board. I would have it on the desk, but you guys know me, like, I always put the board... Actually, I don't know if you guys have never noticed that. I always put the board that I built last on the desk for the stream following. So, like, unless William absolutely wants me to send this back this week, like, I may have this THE40 on the desk for the next one, right? So, this is PCB. Oh, wait, never mind, you're Millmaxing it. Yes, I'm Millmaxing the board for now. And then I'll solder it, and then we'll take out the switches and go that much. Tenor says, never paid that much attention. Yeah, I was kind of curious who did. Notice I had the garbage truck on here. Built the garbage truck last week. The week before that was the vault. I had the vault on. When I built the garbage truck, I had the vault 45 on. So, yeah. It's just kind of been a habit, like, hey, I just built this, I should probably put it on stream. And that's what happens, so... I was kind of curious. That answers my question. Not a lot of people notice that. That's funny. Unless there were a couple instances where, like, we were doing, like, another Kane board, and I'd have, like, one of his boards on there. Or, like, with Embrace, we pulled the van out, right? Etc. Like, those, keeping a theme is kind of the fun part. It should be easy. I'm just glad that the 7305s went in with ease. Because, man, I remember struggling on some of those other boards, having to, like, basically break holes into your PCBs. That was not fun. These pines look so good. I love the green. And they feel good, too. William says, yes, looking forward to the 6th Vault 35 PCB2. Yeah, for sure, man. I'll get you hooked up. I hope you're enjoying your vaults. I know, like I said, I sent a couple back. I hope you're enjoying them. Again, such a good board. And who knew I would like sub 40? Like, that was the crazy part. 2, 6, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 28 more. I don't know how many that is. We're going to just, maybe that many? We're going to see how that goes. Because I got to double up in some areas. So we'll do first pass soldering, and then we'll have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra switches. And as always, appreciate all you guys here tonight, per usual. Especially my regular crew. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Hope you all don't get lost in the shuffle when we get to the exciting stream in a couple months. That should be a lot of fun. So, yeah. I'm getting a 40 soon, but I want to know, is there a way I can use number layer without having a split space? Absolutely. Sabi, what board are you getting? I'm very curious to know and to help you, because I don't use split space, and there's all sorts of cool ways you can do it. Like tap and hold. So real fast, I'll show you. So for me personally, and this comes from the original like minivan layouts, when I want to pretend the numpad's not here, in QMK, when I want to access the numbers, a lot of people do like tap hold with the space bar, so they'll tap its space. If they hold it, it becomes like layer 1. I do that with enter. So for me, if I tap, it's enter. If I hold it, then it becomes layer 1, and then I can get to my numbers up here, and that's how I do that. And I'll plug this in later, and I'll show you, because I got the 3 layer lights here, but layer 1 is here. Believe it or not, for me, like, I know it's stretching and it's not really ideal, but layer 2 is here. It's tap hold. Actually, this is momentary because I don't put anything here. It's not shift. It's just layer 2. and this is layer 3. But you can make any key a layer, as Tinner said, right? So you can do whatever you want. So yes, you don't have to have split space. You don't have to, like, I remember when I first got my my new Mini, which is basically the plank layout. Obviously, you get the thumbs right next to the 2U spacebar, and I learned that way originally, and I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. And what I didn't realize is, like, as I moved to, like, a staggered layout, like the Daisy, for example, I had, like, a full space Daisy, and I was trying to, like, reach in with my thumbs, and it felt super awkward. And then, basically, someone's like, yeah, you know, you can just do tap hold, so you can tap it, be one key, and hold your layer, and I was like, like, that blew me away. Now, with sub 40s, combos are like even better. Like, combos are just like it's awesome. So yes, there's ways to access the numpad without having a split, or numbers without having a split space. Most of my builds, in fact, are full-size space bars. I don't think I actually, yeah, I only have two split space builds, if you don't count the OG Piano Black minivan, which has a 4.25U spacebar. Yeah, and same with my Quoll, which is for sale, by the way. My Quoll is for sale. Integrated PCB, 150 OBO. It is Millmaxed, but I am looking to sell that board if anyone is interested. I know that the new Hotswap integrated PCBs are coming from Coffee Break Keyboards. However, you don't have to wait. You can buy mine. It is available now. Just saying. I just don't use the CAS layout as much. I actually prefer the Vault layout, so that's where I'm at, unfortunately. Alright, and then I said 5 extra switches, right? Yeah, that's what I said. I'm gonna turn that over. Nice. Everything's in place like it should be. Let's get these on. William's questioning himself. You have 2 coming, bud. I remember I'm gonna build yours. Which maybe I should just give you the Hotswap PCB I have. Maybe we should just swap them out. We'll talk about that. We can take that offline. But you and I can talk about a solution there. Just saying. Might save some Millmax sockets for something else if you want to Millmax the Pegasus, for example, or something like that. Addicted to keyboards. Yep. I know. I am. I literally, like, if I get into, like, a design mode, which, hint, hint, I've been in one lately. If I get in a design mode, like, that's all I can think about. Like, literally, I'll be doing, like, other things outside of, like, work. Like, obviously, when I'm working, but, like, walking the dogs, I'm thinking about the design, or, you know, doing shopping. I'll be shopping for something, still thinking about the design. Like, I get, like, in the zone, and I stay in the zone. It's kind of insane. Probably not healthy in a lot of ways, but that's just what happens with me. Like, that's how my brain works. Alright, 2 extra switches for now. We'll actually have 7 extra when we're all said and done, because like I said, there's additional holes here. So now we're going to do the fun part. We're going to solder. I'm going to keep this on the silicone mat, because this mat, the desk mat, is brand spanking new, and I really don't want to screw that up. So we'll turn on the soldering iron, move the case out of the way. Like I said, no stabilizers tonight. I'm not going to mess with that. I don't even think I have a 6.25U at the moment, so that probably doesn't help. Let me just look. I don't. I've got some split space, but again, I'm just not. Yeah, I'm just not gonna mess with it tonight. So whatever. We will get around to that later for sure. But we'll go ahead and solder this bad boy up. There we go. Just make sure everything's in place. All right, so let's get the solder gun going. Soldering gun, soldering iron. We're gonna turn on the fan. As always, this is the Ask Me Anything portion. Anything Twitch safe, you are feel free to ask, and I will do my best to answer that. All right. let's take a look at this real fast. See what Sabi put in here. We can decide as a group, if this is a good or bad layout. Okay, interesting. So full-size mods, but 40% layout, basically a 45%. I like it. I'm good with it. Are you able to swap the shift and the function on the bottom row? Like, can I swap positions with those? This would be great, especially because I still have like EPVT black on white that I'm never going to use ever. And to have like a space for it, or to use normal size or normal key sets would be great. I like that, Sabi. That's nice. That's a good layout. Reminds me of like the Neko and some of those other ones that have recently come out that are like 45%, 50% boards. William says, I know you Georgian, but recently, but been watching hot games. Trae Young is a great player. Why do you feel he doesn't get foul calls? Probably due to his reputation. He sells a lot of contact. Like, he does get fouled a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like basketball. I definitely watch Hawks games. He gets fouled a lot, but I think a lot of times he embellishes a bit, and the refs just kind of know that. And so they don't have a tendency to call as much as they probably should. Now, personal opinion, I think the refereeing across the NBA this season has been absolute dog shit. I think it's been absolutely dog shit. That doesn't excuse what's happening, but I just think that he has a reputation, unfortunately, and that's kind of stuck with him, even though he's changed his game over the last 2 years to stop trying to sell the fouls all the time. So, oh well, he's got to adapt just like all the other players do. I think LeBron was complaining about the lack of foul calls in the refereeing recently, and that's rich coming from that guy, because he used to flop. He still does. He flops like crazy. So, excuse me, LeBron, if I don't feel bad for you. Although he's only like 380 points away from all-time leading scorer, which is insane to me. That we're literally seeing like once-in-a-lifetime talent on the NBA floor. It's crazy. There we go. Yeah, I get you. I've never once bought a 40% keycaps kit, so that's why I went full-size mods. Yeah, I understand, Sabi. Absolutely, like, makes total sense. Same, LeBron is a GD charger and never gets called for it. Honestly, Giannis is the same way. Giannis is like a bull in a china shop, and he never gets called for charges, ever. He just literally plows through the lane and expects people to just take the hit, and then they end up fouling him. But in reality, like, he's reckless. He's reckless in the lane, and no one ever wants to talk about it because he's a nice guy, and he's got the right personality, and all that other stuff. Just saying. I like Giannis, but his play style annoys me to no end. Now, the good news is the Bucks, because of Coach Bud, play drop coverage, and yeah, that they suffer when they play the Hawks because Trae knows how to beat drop coverage really, really well. So I enjoy when we play the Bucks because we usually end up doing quite well against them. But that's my rant about Giannis. I think he just gets away with a lot. Reimer says, I need a garbage truck in my life. And William says, Giannis is overrated. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's properly rated, but I just think that he gets away with a lot when he really shouldn't be, just because of his size. I think size has a lot to do with it, too. Like, you think about Trae Young and the fouls that he takes. He's just small, and he's gonna have to deal, like, small by NBA standards. He's what, 6'1", 6'1", but he just has to deal with it because he is tiny, and that's what happens. Is you get beat up in the lane. Like, when I play pickup, I always find myself getting posted up in the lane somehow because, like, everybody wants to exploit that mismatch, and I'll foul the hell out of you. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll do it nicely, and but I will, like, yank your arm. I will like push you. I'm not afraid to, and like, it's funny because a lot of people just don't understand that, like, I'm not a pushover in the lane. I recognize I'm small, so I have to play hard in pickup games, and that's what I do. So, anyway. I also hit some sick spot-up threes, so I more than make up for it on my defensive inefficiencies. What's this one next? Yeah. Sabi says, I don't know shit about basketball, but I know the Zion guy who apparently was really good. Where is he now? He's hurt at the moment. That's his problem, is he can't stay healthy. That dude's massive. Basically a 300-pound dump truck, just like who can jump with the like athleticism of some of the best ever. It's insane. But he just, his feet and his legs, he literally just cannot stay healthy. Williams says he needs to eat healthier. He's still he's in shape. Like, let's be honest, he's still in shape. And if he didn't play basketball, he would be a giant fat ass, but he's in shape, for sure. I really hope to see another Barkley-type player that can last. Bobo's another sleeper that people need to pay attention to. Yeah, Bobo's got some low-key skills that not a lot of people recognize, but he plays for the Magic, so no one pays attention to that shit. Just like Paulo Banchero is having, like, a hell of a rookie year, but no one knows because he's on the fucking Magic. Like, no one cares about the Magic. Sorry. Franz Wagner. J. Cole, or not J. Cole, Cole Anthony. Who else is on that? Shit, that guy who had the yips, who was on the 76ers. Starts with an M. He's playing well again, too, but yeah. Williams says, give the Magic time. Yeah, I mean, look, they're young, right? Like, that's the one thing, is that they are a young squad, so it's expected it's going to take some time to get good, but yeah. Alright, okay, we're up here. Oops, that socket started to come out. Oh boy. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Jonesy Lewis, what's going on? It's been a while. If they don't have any veterans on the team, they may never, ever get good. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like with any sports team, right, you've got to have the veteran to kind of help balance everything out. For, like, Trae Young and the Hawks, when they did the ECF run, when they beat the Knicks and the 76ers, they had Solomon Hill. Like, Solomon didn't provide much on the court, but from, like, a veteran leadership presence, he was there. And, yeah, like, a lot of young guys need that in the locker room for, like, the calm and the direction and someone to look to for like, hey, what do I need to be doing here? Because if you don't, you just got an immature young team, and it can show sometimes. Forbidden 404, Jackie board. That's right, THE40. My first chance to actually get a look at one, which is funny. I just never got one previously, and I think a lot of that's because I wasn't using 12U very much at the time, because I like having quote next to L, even though I have semicolon as the keycap, because I think it just looks better. But now that I've used a Vault 35 and like knowing I can do combos in QMK, 12U is much more appealing. So if I like this tonight, I may end up getting my own. By the time I started getting LazyDesigner boards, the 40 was already retired. Yeah, absolutely. I will say, Forbidden, that I mentioned early in the stream that Big Dan and myself purchased some bolts last week. So we will have 2 aluminum bolts that we will be building on stream, which should be pretty cool. He'll come over for that, and we'll build both of ours together, which is a lot of fun. I'm gonna make him solder his own board finally. That's done. Come on. Make sure these stay in their holes. I'm waiting for my aluminum bolt to arrive. Super hyped for that. What color did you get? And what badge? And what plate? I like the way Jackie has the options available. It's just very easy, very simple. I want this, this, and this. I got the anodized purple with the PVD rainbow weight, and I went with the, was it polycarb or palm? The whatever the plate was, not the aluminum. I got a red one with the rainbow PVD. Nice. That'll look really good. What switches are you gonna put in it? I don't know what I'm doing yet. I need to figure out what switches I want to put in that board. Oops. There we go. Perfect. All right. Got all these knocked out. Aluminum plate, still not sure about the switches. Might get some loud long poles. I have marshmallow Zaku's and strawberry milk switches around. That's cool. I'm currently myself. I'm off the long pole train. I'm taking a break from them. Had way too many boards with them, so gonna try some other stuff, I think, for a little while. Oops, hello. A couple of these just falling right out, which is not a bad thing. It means that we did our job as long as the sockets stay in there. Let's move this one. Oops, take this one out. Put this one in, because this one is not soldered up. Oops. See if I can get these to stay in for just a minute while I solder these final 5. Should be one more. Oh, right here. Okay. Oops. Okay. Get around here and solder this thing into place. Should be this one. Just realized there's spots for RGB LEDs under here, but the case is all aluminum, so you're not going to see it, but at least they're here, which is kind of cool. We already did that one. We do this one. And this one. Okay. And 2 more. 1. 2. All right. Should be able to shut the fan off now and get some. Oh, there you go. It's really long pulls late. I started trying out different switches. Now I want to go back. Wait, isn't it winkeyless? It is winkeyless, but we are doing. Oh, I didn't even think about that. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter in the end. They are Millmaxed, so it does not matter. No need for the solder sucker. Sorry, you might have missed that. We are Millmaxing this, so we are in great shape. Even if it is winkeyless, he can use this PCB in another build with another top. Yeah, so all good. I didn't even think about that when I was doing it, but it's all good. And I have a desolder vacuum. I don't mess with the solder sucker anymore. I was doing enough boards where I'm like, I literally need to get something that's a lot easier to mess with. So cool. We are fully Millmaxed, which is sick. Looks great. Look at that. Nice. Nice and clean up top. Just a little bit of flux everywhere. If you haven't soldered Millmax sockets before, they should look like the little cooling stacks. You can see I have a little too much on a couple of these, but they should look like cooling stacks on a nuclear plant. Like that's what they should look like. If you didn't know that, it means they come up nicely up the, except for the little ones, the 7305s or whatever, the tiny ones. Let's see if I can get this thing in focus. Those right here up front are a real pain in the ass. See if I get this to. Nope, I can't. Yeah, so they're really small. Those are hard to get. Like, those require a fine touch. I learned that a long time ago. But now that we're done soldering, you can take the silicone pad off. Put this down over here. My nice clean rubber hose mat stays nice and clean. Like I said, just arrived today, brand spanking new. Super happy to have this on my desk. I've always wanted one. I had a chance to get it, and I did. Didn't overpay either, which was great. So, all right, let's get the plate out and the plate foam. Again, no stabilizer tonight. I'm gonna let William handle that one on his own. This goes this way. There we go. And then this goes like so. We can do split space tonight because we're not doing stabilizers, so yeah, let's go ahead and start getting some switches in place. I don't want to jinx it, but this was a quick one tonight. Like, thank goodness. I know some of the other streams where we did someone on Discord, what? Oh, Bogan Caps raffle. I'm not doing Artisans anymore. I'm taking a break from Artisans. Trying to sell some. Some of those other streams we did with Millmax sockets, those took a while. So I'm happy that this is much faster this time. Just makes my life a little bit easier. This goes like so. There we go. Do the corners first. Sorry, I mean oh, there we go. Okay. Make sure this is all the way in. It is. A little bit of play in that foam, but that's all good. Did this not get set right? It did not. Fun stuff. Okay, let's try again. Oh, the foam got flipped again. My bad. All right, let's try this again. There we go. One, two, much better. There we go. Okay. we go. Get the corners in. You guys said this is 1 keyless, correctly so. We'll need to just make sure I know where the... Which one are the... Okay, good. It's these. So we'll just skip over. So they are Millmaxed for future, in case William wants to do something with them. There's no harm in that. Instagram's popping off. Discord's popping off. What is happening? I mean, I know what's happening, but... So which one does this go in? I'm gonna guess right here, since this is 1 keyless. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Like I said, we'll do the split space layout just because we can cover it without stabilizers and it'll look pretty good. At least I think it will. It's a 2.75 though, right? So it might still be a little wobbly, but that's okay. Comes with the territory. A couple more of these over here. These pines look so good. Especially in this blue color plate. Like, they look awesome. Go. All right. Making our way through, getting these put into place. Hopefully we don't bend any pins. Shouldn't though, we should be okay. This lines up pretty nicely. Might do a stream on Thursday, William, if this works out like it has been. May do both the MB44s and knock those out. I've been meaning to as well. Get those sent back to you. Start again. Like, I feel bad. I've had a bunch of your stuff. Start sending it back so you can use it. I know you say no rush, but want to make sure you get it when you get a chance. That's nice. You get all these boards hot swappable now, so you can put switches and whatever you want, and if you don't like them after a while, you make it easy to change. That Pegasus swap, having to desolder, and then when I tried to put switches that weren't 5-pin in there, that was a real pain in the ass. So then I said, now I need 5-pin switches, and that became an issue. So you got it made now, man. You're all good. Cool. That green with the blue looks sick. And I think we'll probably just do paperwork. Paperwork's so easy. Although, does paperwork have a 2.75U? I can't remember. It should. Should have a 2.75U. Alright. Oh, I should probably turn off my soldering iron. What do you guys think? Alright, let's move that out of the way. Oops. Here on the mat. Up there. Alright. Put the garbage truck back. Alright, set this bad boy in. There we go. Sitting pretty. Let's get the plate screws in first. Actually, you know what I should do? Should put them in the holes first. I believe my son is going to learn and swap with me too. I don't know about my daughter. Okay. Nice. My kid is not old enough yet, but I assume that she will be into this type of stuff when she's older because of me. And that's the only reason, because of me. Alright. Are these the same size? No. Okay. These screws aren't bad. These are decent screws. I know some builds you can get some really like crappy screws, so good to see that these are not it. I don't want to drop these. Let's get these into place. We'll come back and tighten them in a second. Just want to get them in. Oops, come on, there we go. Definitely get the corners in. There we go. 1, 2. Does anyone else go cross thread? Like, and by that I mean like starting. So like I learned when putting on a spare tire, right? You've got 5 lugs, or even 4. You got 5, but you always go across. And I feel like that's stuck with me even with like keyboards. You don't have to do it that way, but I feel like the only one that does that. Forbidden does that, yeah, okay. Oops. Again, like that's what I learned on spare tire. Which I'm surprised like how many people can't change a spare tire these days. It's almost embarrassing. Almost. Start pattern. Yep. And I just do it on keyboards. I just go opposite and try and do that. Like, I don't think it really changes anything, but that's what I do. Okay. Now the tiny, tiny little M2 screws. These go up here to hold that extra piece of the daughter board together. Or not daughter board, sorry, the USB-C that's just like elongated into there for whatever reason. I guess that avoids having to use a daughter board. Primer says, I love to see cars drive around with all 4 spare tires. Yeah, been there, done that, seen it. All right. This was quote unquote nice and easy. I like that. Okay. Drop this sucker in. Like the simplicity of this board is nice. We always get into like boards that are very like complicated and all that other stuff. Like this is nice. All right, there we go, fully built. I'm hopeful it doesn't sound too hollow. It might. Let's get some keycaps on it. Let's see what it looks like. Reach down into my drawer, oh keycap. I had 80s kid down there. I've got like, that drawer has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 key sets, 13 key sets in it. There's a lot going on there, so. It's a 2.75, right? Did I screw up? This goes here. Okay, good. All right, a little wobbly with no space bar, or no stabilizer, but again, William, you should be good to get that put in. Yeah, that's what I was right. All right, 2 different colors. It is Win keyless, but doesn't mean we can't have some nice color here. So 1.25, yeah. I feel like though, from a color standpoint, let's do this. Because I like messing, even though we said it's Win keyless, we're still gonna put the GUI key there. And then the other 1.25, we got Alt, Windows, there should be one more. Should be. Nope, that's tab. And the tab goes here. Shift goes here. I don't need the lock key. There's like a menu key or another 1.25. Here's a shift and another control. You know what? We'll just put the other control here. That's fine. Could have sworn there was one other 1.25, but I guess not. Doesn't appear to be. Oh, interesting. This is why this is Hotswap. Just do that number. Just put this in pattern right there. There we go. That was easy. You guys remember that Staples campaign? That was easy. So I don't know why like that's stuck in my head all these years later. That was easy. You know, I will say this, Rhymer. CVB. I cannot figure out the drivers in that Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area. Like, I just cannot figure them out. Like, they either do the speed limit or they do 90. There's, like, no in between. Like, no one does anything in between. At least that's what it felt like when we were there. It was insane. I was like, I felt like I was losing my mind. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Because I'm a very competent driver. You go, oh, everybody feels that way, but no, like, I literally am. Like, I legit used to race go-karts and shit, so I know what I'm doing. But it just, it's like, ugh, I don't understand what the rhyme or reason is there. No pun intended. That. Oh, oops, wow, I put that in the wrong spot. Okay. Morning and afternoon traffic is insane because people don't know how to drive. Yeah. I fortunately don't have to commute on a regular basics. C, X, C, B, B, and M. When I do, though, it's downtown, and I hate it. I feel like I almost die every single time. No, GHJ. I hate driving through Atlanta. Literally, if the sun is too bright in the morning, it backs up traffic for miles. Yeah, absolutely. William says, main reason I love working remote. Yeah, man, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. This looks not unexpected, but this looks awesome, and I knew it would. Paperwork works so well with everything. Like, we always joke it's a cheat code, but like, damn, this blue is sick. Ah! Dropping keycaps. Good news. Anybody ever notice how wonky the delete key is on paperwork compared to the backspace? It's like shifted too far over to the right. I don't know if anybody notices. William says, Cat Arctic will be going on this. Great choice. Great choice. Arctic looks awesome. Well, let's talk about this. This looks sick. I think it's gonna sound fine too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Even without the stabilizers, these sound good. KTT Pines for the win. All right, so let's do this. Let's mute the audio here. Let's bring this down because this looks awesome. All right, just gonna randomly type. This sounds great. That's awesome. Like, legitimately, that sounds awesome. And it looks great. Why did I ever sleep on this board? Can someone tell me? There was no need to sleep on this board. It looks awesome. I literally don't know why I would have slept on this. Okay. All right, let's just make sure everything works okay. Should. Okay. Oh, it is actually tapped. Okay. Yep, layers. Layer 1. Oop. Oh, there's an up arrow here. So this is programmed for the wrong layout, but that's fine. Weird. Okay. Nope, no tap hold there. Alright, well, everything works. That's the good news. Everything works. You will have to program this, William. Although maybe I'll go and see if there's a good QMK layout I can mess with. Might have to use this tomorrow. Like, I straight up, I might have to use this tomorrow. Like, alright, one more sound test. I know it's not close to the microphone, but... $116. Raw was $130. Just to give you an idea how bad that was. This sounds awesome. Like, it's a great board. It looks awesome. The ano is really, really smooth. It looks great. Like, solid board. And of course, paperwork's cheating, but who cares? It goes well with everything. Clean the fingerprints off there, but this is some smooth ano, and this thing's got heft. Like, it doesn't surprise me now. They took it apart, and I saw like the bottom piece is literally just like solid aluminum. It's not like hollowed out. It does surprise me that there's no pads on it or anything like that, but Jesus Christ, it's 2 pounds 5 ounces. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, low-key undercover weapon is right. Just bash some people with it. Like, ooh, look. Oh, I just see, like, in this camera, look, you can see, like, that color. That is sick. I know I can show it here. Like, this is probably, like, what you see from this camera is probably more in line with what I'm seeing with my eyes, but, like, that, like, kind of blue-green kind of comes out with that light. That's pretty nice. This is a nice board. I am thoroughly impressed. I have to go on, see if someone in 40s wants to sell theirs. I like this. I didn't think I would. I like this a lot. It's hefty. It's got some chunk. The bezels are nice and big. And it sounds awesome. Yeah. Dude, you're going to enjoy this one, William. I know you are. You're going to really like this one. Super, super nice. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me build. Once again, I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you for letting me build your stuff. I know we've still got a bunch more to go, but it's a reminder that we have some really cool people in this hobby who let others do really cool things. So thank you. Thank you so much. It's a short one tonight. Like, There's no scuff. I didn't struggle, which was great. It's just rare for me, so I will take that. I will absolutely take the no scuff, no struggle stream. I think, yeah, we'll do the MB44s on Thursday. I'll probably just use the Pines again, and we'll just kind of knock it out and do them quickly. We'll probably only put one together at the end and then type and make sure it sounds good. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Oh, man, I am tired. I did stay up a little too late last night, but that's a whole nother story. So yeah, I think Thursday we'll stream, barring anything crazy. And we'll start working our way through some of these, and I'll just, like I said, I'll stay in touch with you, William, to make sure we're good there. In the meantime, waiting for Bolt to ship, and we'll build that. We'll redo my MB44 as well. And then if you're sitting on here and you want to send me something to build, I am more than happy to do that for you. I think William's been pretty gracious in allowing some flexibility of others to have their stuff be built, including my own personal stuff and then some others from some other friends. So, if you are on the fence, I do these builds for free. And I haven't said that in a while. Like a reminder, I build for free. I don't charge. The only thing I ask is you pay shipping to and from, like just help cover that. I will happily build your stuff on stream. I offer lube services for a small fee. It's not super expensive. Reimer, like obviously I know people in here do build their own and they do enjoy it. Like I enjoy it too. That's why I do it. But if you need, I'm always around, happy to help to do that. So yeah, happy to do for free. Unless you want to build my pearl and infill it. That's with the stainless steel weight, right? I'm a little antsy on infilling it. Oh, speaking of, thank you for the reminder of the pearl. I do have that pearl that I'm going to purchase here. And what I'm going to do, so I'm purchasing a pearl off someone around one. It is teal. It's beautiful. Like that color, I have slight regrets about getting the teal one Cerakoted. Like I don't, because it was the most popular. So like my white one was teal. I have some small regrets, but not really. Teal is beautiful on the pearl. So I'm just going to tell you guys what's happening is I am buying one from somebody. It's in round one. It's in good condition. It has all the extras. I'm going to build it on stream. And then I'm going to sell it for the cost that I bought it plus the additional switches. So I'm going to turn around and sell that board. So if you are interested in a pearl and one built by me, which... I don't know how to say this without sounding pretentious, but I feel like outside of Coob, who actually designed it, I am the pearl expert. Like that, I've had 7 of them. I know, I know what they are. Just saying. So just from like a expert opinion, I'm gonna build one. I know what makes them sound good. I'm really excited about this one and a chance to take it off someone who doesn't want it, who had a lot of struggles with it. I'm going to have all the extras. I'm going to build it. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins in that regard. Then I'll just turn around and sell it for no profit. I'm just going to sell it for the cost that they cost me. That's the goal. We'll do maybe like a fun stream in that regard. So William says number 4. Yeah. I don't know which number this one is. The guy has... Sorry. Oh my gosh. The guy hasn't sent me pictures of the bottom yet. I'll figure out which number it is. I'm still thankful. My white one's number 7. Like, I love that. It's lucky number 7. I'm going to keep that one. I said that about the orange one, but the white one is still my favorite. And I'm glad that Camburger has my orange one, so I'm glad he's still enjoying it. But yeah, like, that's going to happen too. And then, as I said, I'm working towards something for a very, very big stream. I'm hoping in like April, maybe a little bit sooner. It just depends on timing with like Chinese New Year and some other things. But trust me, that stream is going to be one you're not going to want to miss. And I'm just going to start hyping it now. I'm going to start hyping it now. And all I'm going to say is come prepared. Just come prepared. That's what I'm going to say. So, overall, I'm very excited about what we have coming up for the rest of the year. It's been a good start to January. Reimer says April 7th is pretty awesome, no bias. If it's your birthday, I don't think that's going to matter for this stream. This stream is going to be very unique. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be very unique. And I'm working very hard behind the scenes for something very cool. So, thank you guys, everybody, for hopping on tonight as always. I kind of like that my streams sometimes are short, an hour and a half, under 2 hours. Just makes it easy for you guys to come hang out for a little while and then hop off. That's what I try and do. Again, I stream because I want to, not because I have to, and I'm very appreciative of the support. I am thankful for the 15 or so of you that hop in every time I stream. It means a lot, and hopefully we can build up those numbers over time. Not that it super matters to me. I think I've kind of stalled at something like 420 or so followers. Hoping to get to that 500 mark at some point. That'd be really nice. Look, I don't stream big boards. I don't stream, the stuff that everybody wants to see streamed. So I'm not, Alex Odos. I'm not, I don't know if I'll ever get to like Teja status, right? But I just do it because I'm glad you guys like being here with me. So thank you so much. I appreciate it as always. Really looking forward to the next couple of streams, and hopefully I will see you guys on Thursday when we build the MB44s. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night. Bye.